They're not just name badges. These are Magic Apprentice badges. Okay? And this will be important later on because you guys are actually going to help me out here. I'm not as good as I think I am, so I need your help. Okay, so let's go around. What's your name? Abby. A-B-B-Y.
Hi there. What is it?
A-B-B-Y. You want to come right up and I'll give you your sticker? There you go. Put that on. What's your name? Caitlin. C-A-I-T-L-E-N. How do you spell it? Wait. K-A-E-E-L-Y. And I wasn't even close. There you go. What's your name? Yes. Oh, I know how to spell that one. All right. And your name? Jennifer. I think I can spell that one. Is there two S's in Jennifer? Or just one S?
Two S's.
No S's, that's right. There's yours. And your name? Monica. With a Q? Out with a C? Or with a K? With a C.
You give her a second one that says Arnie.
Let's see, I think I know Danielle's name. And that's spelled with a 7, right? There you go. And your name is? Sydney. S-Y-D-N-E-E. Oh, that's close.
Here, let's bring each other chairs over.
No, this is fun.
Kayla?
Here.
That was easy. There you go. Kayla. Sorry, my fault. There we go. All right, who am I missing? Okay, so what's your name?
Oh.
Or what would you have us refer to?
Grandma Turner.
Grandma Turner, that's what I would get.
We even are coming to this party. Yeah.
No, I actually have relatives that are Turners.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
From where?
Waffle Turner. No, my mother's grandmother was a Turner, and she's an Allred. Joanne and Floyd Allred.
Oh,
It's
yes.
her mother, they're my grandparents.
Okay, and we're related. Because my husband's related to Joanne.
To Joanne. Well, there we go.
Well,
And you
Grandma
must be
Peterson.
Grandma Peterson.
You made it.
Oh,
Yeah, this is Grandma Peterson. Good.
All right. In case I forget, where your badge. You know, it clashes with that.
Grandma?
Sure, can't say I agree with the bringing in, but that's okay. And it's Tony with an I?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. All right, guys. Ryan with an I?
Ryan.
Right.
R-Y. Oh, Ryan. R-Y-A-N.
Ryan.
It is. It's actually up around midnight. With a C?
Yeah.
O-D-I-E. That's not. Should be spelled. There you go. Okay. Oh. There's Mom's. And whoops, wrong man. There's. Okay. Did I forget anybody? Well, I got my wife, but she's not going to help me. Where's Jessica? Oh, she's not here.
We'll just go ahead. She might.
All right, so is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to make a confession. We were running a little bit late. We were supposed to get here at 10:30. We got here a little bit late. It's because I was hungry. I was hungry. And so we stopped at Burger King. Now, have you guys ever eaten at Burger King?
Yeah.
You have. What do you like to get there? When you go?
Good.
Hamburgers. So do I. So what did I order? The biggest hamburger they had. Extreme triple Mountain Goat Express. You know, the big one. 3 pieces of meat. Well, you know what I got was a little junior Whopper, the little one. So what about French fries? I'm a big boy. I like the king size, the biggest size they got. Well, you know what they gave me? The smallest one they got, a little junior fry. What about drinks? What do you guys have to drink? Root beer? A large. See, he's like me, but oh, be careful. You might turn out like me. A large, okay? Well, I ordered a super large, the biggest one they had, and they gave me a small. But they did get one thing right. I asked them for a big straw, because I have a big drink. They did give me a big straw, but it was a little bit bigger than I had hoped. Actually, it was quite a bit bigger than I had hoped. So I'll just put my straw over here. Yeah, that was quite a bit bigger than I thought. So I guess you guys weren't impressed by that, were you? Did you like that one? All right, let me give you a hint. You know how you can tell me that you liked it? Okay. Fortunately, the magic will get better. I hope. Now, this one's really good. This is one that I really like to do for good reason. Now, what I have here in my hand is a shoelace. Now, these shoes don't have shoelaces because of what happened this morning. This morning, I thought, I'll wash my shoelaces. Now, I figured I'd put them in some Dash. It's like jog, just a little bit slower. See, the parents get that. So I thought I'd wash them. Well, what happened when I washed them is my white shoelace turned into a blue shoelace. Okay? Now,
For the day.
for the day, right. But blue wouldn't go with these, would it? But you know what? Sometimes people are a little bit fishy, thinking maybe I'm doing something sneaky. Well, you caught me red-handed.
Oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
So where did the white one go? Anybody know? It's actually over here in my pocket, I think. Well, it's not in my pocket. It's over here in my case. But you know what happened to my white one? Caught the measles.
Oh.
It's got some spots on it. We can take care of that though. If I put it in my pocket, just like a washing machine washes it around, we get the white one back. Pretty clever, huh? Okay, now this is the part that I know you'll like. I always bring treats for everybody that helps me. Okay. I usually bring treats for everybody that helps me. Well, I think I forgot my treats. But I think you guys can help me. You guys feeling magic today? Feel like you can help me out with some magic? You don't? Shaking heads no. Well, Danielle does. Why don't you come on up, Danielle? You're going to help me out here. Okay, do you see any treats in here? No. No. Well, there's a little black thing. That's probably some dust. That's a very good treat. No, not at all. Tell you what we'll do. We'll make some good treats. What I need you to do, take my magic wand, wave it over my pan. You think there's treats? Oh, what do you know? You did it. So I'll tell you all the rules. Everybody that comes up to help me gets to take a treat out of the jar. Now I've got little frogs, I've got little erasers, I've got all kinds of stuff. So Danielle, since you were my first helper, come on up and take something nice. Got little jumpy frogs, little animal erasers. Oh, is that a penguin?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we've just seen that Danielle can be magical. But now I have to take this magic spider web and try to make magic for everyone else. That way everybody can be magic. So what I do is I take this spider web, got rid of the spider first, put it into my hand, and everybody has to think magic thoughts. Okay, think magic thoughts.
Ooh.
Did you see that? You know what just happened? I just burned myself. What just happened is I just let go a little bit of magic energy. Is everybody kind of tingly? A little bit? A little bit? No? Okay, well we'll do some real magic and we'll see if you're tingly. All right, what we're going to do, and this will take everybody's help. Again, I'm going to ask Danielle to come up. I have a picture for her. Okay, come on up, Danielle. You get to help me out. This is a picture of your birthday party. Okay, now I noticed that you have pictures up here. Looks like you went to Guadalajanquis and got some Mexican food. You got a picture up there. You've got pictures of family, balloons. Well, this is a pretty plain picture. There's no balloons, no presents, just black and white. There's a cake, but no candles. So we'll fit to them. I've got some crayons here. What's your favorite color crayon? Blue. I happen to have blue. All right, why don't we write, let's see, you just turned 7, right? We want to put a big number 7 right there on that birthday hat. Big number 7. Good job. What's your second favorite color? Yellow. Okay, how about we write your name right here on the cake? Can you write your name on the cake for me? See, so we're adding a little bit of color to this picture. Good job. Now one more thing. What's your last favorite color? Purple. That's actually my first favorite color. You put 7 candles on your birthday cake? Seven. Good job. So, oh, stand here. We're not done yet. So, we made it a little bit better. We've got a little color. We've got 7, Danielle's name, and 7 candles. Now, you actually get to keep this picture that I've got here for you. Let's do 2. Just need 1, actually. What we'll do, I'll just put that back. Okay, now I need you to hold this, okay? What you're going to do is hold it just like this. I'm going to put a sticker on the back of it for you. This sticker will remind you of the fun you tried to have at my magic show. Okay, now everybody has to say the magic words. You know what the magic words are? Hocus pocus, bow-legged locust. Everybody say that? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hocus pocus, bow-legged locust. Close. I think it worked. Turn it around. Wow! You did it.
Wow.
Now you can go. Now you know the rule, Danielle. You got to come up and take the prize. You want a frog? Alright. Good job. Okay. Now one last thing that I need you for. With that same piece of paper, if you want to come on up, I'm actually going to take a picture of you. You got a picture from Guadalajara. Well, this one will be better. Okay, come on up. We'll take the picture. You got a picture paper? You need paper.
I think this might be Jessica.
Okay, Jessica's ready. All right, you excited? This one's good. This one's good. All right, okay, stand. Let's see, let's have you stand right here where it says Happy Birthday, Danielle. I'll have you hold it.
That was from Hannah, but she can't stay.
Okay, I'm going to take your picture. Okay, say cheese. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is actually, it's not a camera, this is a time machine. Yeah, it's a time machine. So I just took your picture, and while it's developing, we can play a little trick with some cards here. Get rid of the jokers. I'm more than joker enough for everybody. Okay, now what I want you to do is I'm going to riffle through these, and you're going to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Okay, take that first card. Don't let me see it. Show everybody else. Everybody remember what that is? Okay, go ahead and you can keep your picture, and I'll trade you for the card. Now remember, when we took this picture of the time machine, this was just like this, wasn't it? What does your picture look like? It looks a little different.
Like a jack of
Does it
hearts.
look like a jack of hearts?
Oh my God.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Cool.
All right, okay.
Show your friends.
We're shooting.
Oh,
Start right here and show them from Abby on.
Just give it to him and let him pass it down.
Now we're going to try something fun now.
How do we do that?
into a room. But when I opened it, it was all blank. And I thought, wait. But I got a magic wand, so I can make some pictures appear. We can go on there. There's pictures. Okay. Like he said, black and white pictures are really boring. So, can you put your hand under it? Okay, now say hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
The first part's all that matters.
Ooh.
Wow.
Did we have one? No?
Actually, we'll do it in a minute. Go ahead and take a treat out of the jar.
Did you get a penguin?
So how was that for fun? Okay. Now, I'm going to actually show you my favorite trick. And I say it's my favorite because it usually doesn't go wrong. Most of my tricks tend to go wrong. This one usually doesn't. So, take out my jacket for a minute. This one doesn't typically go wrong because the magic works itself. Okay? Now I need somebody special to help me out. Somebody. How about Grandma Turner? And remember, you get to take a treat out of the jar. Okay.
Just go.
Now I'll have you stand. Actually, let me have you stand right over here. We'll move the jar. And we're going to do a few tricks for everybody. Now I chose Grandma Turner because she's wearing red. And this is a flannel shirt. Now you know what happens if you rub flannel a lot? You get lint. So if I rub, I get a big ball of lint out of it. Okay, now this is no ordinary ball of lint. Some people think it's a little cherry tomato, or a little sun, or a little red, or like a clown nose. It's actually not. It's actually just a little red ball. We can do some amazing things with this red ball. I can take the red ball, put it in my hand, wave my hand over it, and it jumps over here into my pocket. I know that was a little bit fast for everybody, so we'll try something again. Okay, pick a hand. Which hand do you think it's in? It's easier if you pick this hand. You can pick whichever one.
This one.
She picked the right one. No, actually, for the next part of this trick, though, we're going to need two balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and saw it in half with my finger and see if we can't get two out of the one. Okay, now this is where you really have to watch. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one ball in this hand and one ball in this hand, and magically, mystically, they change places. They jump from this side to that side. You really have to imagine this with me. No, actually, I can do it a little bit better than that. We can put it in this hand and this hand, and now, magically and mystically, they do change places. Now, it does get a little bit better. Okay, will you hold out your hand for me, please? Be clean. I think this is going to be the cleanest. Hey, if I take a ball and I give you a ball, squeeze it real tight, bring your hand over right here, and I do this, would you imagine that my ball just went from my hand into your hand?
I think so.
It just did. Open up your hand.
Oh,
I got two. Now it gets better than that. It gets so good. I can take the ball, put it into my pocket, and if I rub real hard, it'll
Oh my
pop
goodness.
right out of my pocket. Okay, so that's not bad. I guess that's kind of okay. Yeah. The magic gets a little bit better, thankfully. If I take these two balls, will you hold out your hand for me? Again. Well, yeah, we'll use the dirty hand this time. Squeeze these two real tight, real tight. Now the secret is I have a third ball. It's the ball behind the grassy knoll. What I do with this third ball, if I put it in my hand and blow on it real hard, just like that, open your hand. And now she's got all three of them.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now this is where it, boy, there really was lint in there. This is where it gets really challenging. If I put one in my hand, two in my hand, and this one goes into my pocket, how many are left in my hand?
Two.
Okay, I'll do it slower. There's three. One in my hand, two in my hand. This one definitely goes into my pocket. Okay, how many are in my hand? Do it slower. Okay, there's three. Like I say, you really have to watch. One in the hand, two in the hand. This one goes into my pocket. How many are in my hand?
How many?
Three? Well, this is actually the end of the trick. Take a magic floor. I thought you guys might like that. Okay, I'm actually going to do a really interesting trick right now. Do you guys like Pokemon?
No!
Good. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to do mean things to Pokemon cards. Now what we're going to do, I need another volunteer. Okay, now I'm going to take whoever's sitting the quietest, and I know you all professionals, you like to pretend that you're quiet, but you're not. Boy, I think Cody's got to come on up. He's got a grin on his face. I just can't resist. Okay. Now, I've got a whole stack of Pokemon cards.
Cody's not in this place. He's not.
He's not. Where is he? No, he's not. If he was wearing camouflage, I couldn't see him. Okay, go ahead and pick one. Wait, where'd he go? Okay, go ahead and pick any one card. Any one that you want. Okay. I'm going to have you write your name on this. This is where we're going to do bad things to Pokemon cards. Perfect. Okay, let me have you write your name right here on the front. Big letters so everybody can see it. Thank you. Okay, now can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Now, it's very doubtful that I have another card that looks exactly like this, because I don't know how Cody writes his name. It's going to be pretty hard for me to do that. Do you agree with me? Yeah. Okay, actually, it is quite hard. Go ahead and if you put the card right, well, actually, just put your card perfect, just like that. Now, I have to introduce you to what I like to call my secrets. Okay, now my secrets I actually keep in a little box. It's even labeled secrets. Well, it's not quite secrets, it's secrets, but it's close. In here I have my secret, and it is, how did you know? Are you looking at my box? I guess maybe you saw it. Okay, so what we're going to make sure this is real stretchy for me, if you would. Real stretchy? Okay, it's got to be stretchy because it's got to hold these cards. Not only does it have to hold these cards, it's got to hold them because I'm going to throw them. And when I throw things, I throw things. Ask my wife. I threw a fit last night. It went really far. Okay, now actually what we're going to do, if I take your cards and I concentrate, I think I can do something pretty clever. Let me actually make sure the rubber band's on a little bit tighter than that. Don't want anything bad to happen.
Oh, there's Cody.
Is that your card, Cody? I guess it does. It won't come down. I'll tell you a story. My wife and I just moved in July. And about 3 years before that, I put a card up on the ceiling and we left it there. So it's probably still there. Most people don't look at the ceilings. So I'm sure the people that are living there now still haven't found it. Okay, so Pokemon cards are pretty nice, but I'm going to give you some hints on how I do this magic. I bet you that's Jessica. So how I do this magic is, I hide cards like either in my pockets or under my arm, or actually sometimes I'll put them in my mouth. You see any cards? There might be some jerky. Yeah. Any cards? Look close.
Oh my goodness.
See where I hide it?
Jessica's here.
Oh, Jessica's here. You want to give her a sticker? Now I'll tell you what we're going to do. While you're all reeling from the effects of that card on the ceiling, I'm going to have Connie come up here and do some more magic. Okay?
She might be over by the poster too. Yeah. There.
Hi, Jessica. I'm Brandon. Sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, these are all regular cards. Okay? Someone. I didn't.
Choose Ryan.
Don't show me. Don't show everybody else.
Don't show her. Let me see. Let me see. Give me the card. Do that.
Hold on, Danielle. Sure.
Don't bend it. Don't bend it.
Everybody sees it.
Alright.
Put it
on that one.
That was not magic!
Danielle.
Okay. Tell me if this is magic. Okay, they're all different. This is that. Okay, I want you to stick your hand in there. Alright, okay. Take the top card. Show everybody that not.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Okay. Put it back right there. Okay. Now, come up here now. Look under here. This happens to be my favorite card, so I keep a hand to get them all 7 colors. But I can change it right back.
Thank you very much. How about one more big round of applause? Okay, now I've got some another little trick to show you. Now, before we get started, we're going to play a game. Okay. This one's going to really get you guys excited. This is the, I guess there's really not a name for it, but all that you have to do, all that you have to do is raise your hand. Okay, you guys pretty good at that, raising your hand? All right, so what we're going to do, everybody that likes birthday cake, raise your hand. Okay, and this time we're going to make it different. This time everybody's going to raise their hand and say me. Everybody that likes ice cream, raise your hand. Me. Everybody that likes hot dogs, me. Everybody that likes chocolate, me. Everybody that likes candy, me. Everybody that likes marshmallows, me. Everybody that likes candy bars, me. Everybody that likes magic, me. All right, everybody that likes worms, me. Oh, you guys do. Okay, now this is to see if you're paying attention. About half of you were. About half of you weren't. Well, this is important because this next trick you really have to pay attention. Now, do you guys know what counterfeiting is? It's a big word. You know what counterfeiting is? Go ahead and tell us.
It's trying to forge something.
Right, and what do they usually forge? Go ahead.
Money.
Money. Perfect. You get a prize for that one.
I did.
That was a good job. Okay, so there was this group of guys that were trying to counterfeit money. And usually when you counterfeit money, you counterfeit something big, like a $100 bill or $50 bills or something big. Well, these guys weren't too smart. They were counterfeiting pennies. Okay? Now, the problem with this is it costs $1 to counterfeit a penny. So you're losing money. There goes my Simpsons phone. But it's not just the fact that they were counterfeiting pennies, it's the fact that they did a really bad job. In fact, the job was so bad that by just looking at it, you could tell that they were counterfeit. In fact, I've actually brought along a magnifying glass to show you guys just that they were counterfeit. If you look real hard at this, you can see that it says like E pluribus onion. Abe Lincoln's wearing sunglasses. Well, here, let me move this magnifying glass out of the way. I mean, it's the wrong size. It's way too big to be a normal penny. Okay? So here, I'm going to let you guys just pass this around real quick. I mean, it says no cents on the back. Go ahead and just pass it around real quick. Everybody take a quick look at it. Now, if you were to see this penny, if someone were to give this to you, you would probably know it's a fake, right? You would. You know, and you don't even need the magnifying glass to tell that it's a fake. In fact, it's such a fake, I tried taking this to the bank. The bank wouldn't take it. Even after I showed them that it was a fake and I really should get my money back, they said, no, we're not going to give you your money back. Because they said what counterfeiting does is it causes inflation. Now what inflation is when something goes from this size and inflates to something like this size. now that's inflation. Okay, so I've got that magnifying glass around here. We'll look at this again. I mean, it's just not a real penny. I'll go ahead and pass this out. You guys can take a look at that. You imagine how much gum you could buy with one of those? Imagine how long you could pop with one of those 5,000 pieces of gum. Well, you guys are passing that around. I've got another great trick for you. Now, who here likes flowers? Ooh, what kind of flowers do you guys like? Daffodils. Does anybody like roses? Does anybody like tulips? Does anybody like daisies?
I do like this way. And then Abby.
Does anybody like
After you're
milkweed?
done, pass it to Jessica.
Milkweed. Not me.
I happen to bring some flowers. Now these are pretty flowers. These are the ones I gave to my wife when I asked her to marry me. But you know what? I'm cheap. You know what can I say? But these last a long time. But you know what? She doesn't like yellow. You know, and what do? I buy her yellow flowers. She doesn't like yellow. I got to use magic. So we take the flowers out, and I think, okay, it's magic time. You guys are going to help me. On the count of 3, everybody reach into your pocket, grab some magic dust, and throw it up here at the flowers. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Well, nothing yet. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty close. Well, they still didn't. Here, give me a second. Let me look.
Sit down, Danielle.
Flowers.
Where?
Danielle, sit down.
Here.
In your arm.
My arm. Where?
I see them. I see
I don't see
them.
any. Where?
I see them in.
There's flowers here.
Right there.
Where? Well, let's try this one more time. Are you sure you guys know what I'm talking? You want me to look up here? You think there's going to be flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Where'd they go? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see them.
We're going to try magic one more time. Everybody throw your dust. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Good job. Hey, give yourself a big round of applause. Okay, now you guys are great. I can tell that you guys are magical. And now I need someone special to definitely be my assistant. Now, who hasn't helped me? Let's see. I don't know. This one's going to be tough. Okay, well, let's narrow it down. Does anybody here like Harry Potter? Well, I didn't narrow it down much. That maybe got really advanced. Let's see.
I did.
We better have Toddy come home. Toddy, I'm actually going to need 2 helpers. So whoever's sitting quietly, being well behaved, you'll get a chance to come help me.
You gotta
Okay,
help.
now Tawny gets to wear the magic hat.
Oh.
Okay. I hope it fits. I've gone to great trouble. So let's put this on.
Tawny the sorcerer.
Okay. Let's see here. No, that's too tight. Can you breathe? Okay, you can breathe. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now, does anybody know the story in Harry Potter behind the sorting hat? What's the story behind the sorting hat?
Sorting Hat says he would do good in Slytherin, but he said no, not Slytherin, so he gets put in.
Right, the sorting hat tells you where you're going to go. Be it Slytherin, Gryffindor, what are the other 2? Ravenclaw, and what's the other one? Hufflepuff. Okay, so she's wearing the sorting hat. It's going to tell her where she's going to go. And I have Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor on pieces of paper. So I'm going to put them in. This hat's going to tell you where you go. But in order to get this to work, we need a magic wand. Well, fortunately, this hat comes equipped with its own magic wand. Okay, so take the wand, Wave it over the bag. Perfect. Reach in and take out an egg. Tell us which one you got.
Stinker.
There's something wrong with this hat. Oh my goodness. Is there a mirror somewhere? You gotta see this.
Go in there and look.
Go in there and
Go in the
look.
bathroom and look.
Well, I guess that didn't work. Let's go I'll tell you, you can keep that. Wow, now was that good? See, things are looking up. You know, you go for bathroom humor, things are looking up. Okay,
A toilet one?
a toilet. Okay, now I happen to bring some of my good friends with me today. Now, my good friends are my good friends for a reason, and that's because they don't talk back to me. Now, what kind of friend wouldn't talk back to you? Wow, you are good. It actually is a puppet. Not just any puppet. My friend Alice. Alice the alligator. Okay? Now, I used to be afraid of alligators, but I'm not anymore. Okay? Now, everybody give a big hand to Alice, because she needs a hand. See, she can bow. Now, I used to be afraid of alligators, because I used to always read how alligators were mean, and alligators would always try and bite people. You know, you'd be walking along, they get closer and closer. Alice. They get closer and closer and try to bite you, you know, and they kind of look at you funny, and they'd open their mouth and get closer and closer. Like I say, these puppets are real good. She's real friendly. You can pet her if you want. See, she's friendly to people. However, I think she doesn't really like me. See, you're like me, because I don't trust her. Because what she does is she'll look at me and she'll open her mouth like she's going to come get me. Alice. And once, she actually did get me. What she did, she was looking at me as I was walking along. She opened her mouth and she got closer and closer and, oh, she kissed me. Ugh, she didn't like it either. Let me tell you, it's not an easy life. So what I learned how to do is how to put alligators to sleep. Who wants to help me put an alligator to sleep? Now, let's see, I haven't called on you. Why don't you come help me? Come on up, Shaylee. Now, alligators, you know how you put them to sleep? You rub their tummy. That is a good job. Let's everybody give a big round of applause. She's asleep, so it's got to kind of be quiet. Everybody give a big round of, oh, sorry, I just woke her up. Tell you what, I want to pick out a nice prize. Oh, you picked a frog. Now, Alice isn't my only friend. I have another friend. Now, what animal do magicians typically have with them? Go ahead. A rabbit. I actually brought a rabbit. It's here in my trunk. So make sure she's okay. Are you okay? It's Puff the magic rabbit. She's kind of simple.
I hate Puff Rabbit.
Well, now, see, Puff kind of has an attitude. She doesn't want to come. Puff, put that down. Puff, put it down, Puff. Put it down. Come on. Come on. Up. She's a little shy. So everybody kind of be quiet. She'll come out. She'll say hello. Okay. Now, is this the cutest rabbit you've ever seen?
No.
No. Well, this is the realest rabbit I've ever had. Okay, so now Puff likes to do magic, don't you, Puff? Oh, Puff doesn't want to do a trick today. Well, Puff, you want to see the rabbit song in half trick? She doesn't want to split hairs. Okay, that's a bad joke. Actually, we are going to get down to a trick. The trick is the magic trick, the rope escape from the hat trick. And Puff's going to do it. In order for Puff to do the rope escape from the hat trick, everybody's going to have to give her a drum roll. You know how you do a drum roll? Just like that. Okay, Puff. Make sure Puff's got a rope in there. She goes in the hat. Well, I guess the rope tried to escape from the hat. Actually, this wasn't a very good trick, but Puff's not a very good rabbit. So why don't we have somebody come up, scratch Puff behind the ears. Good job. See, this one's nicer than the alligator. Do you want to scratch her? Okay, now we got to put Puff back to bed. Okay, puff. You're getting very sleepy. I can hypnotize rabbits. You're getting very sleepy. She's getting very sleepier than that. Yeah, she's getting very sleepy. I think she's done. Now, what I got for you now is something fun. Now what I'm going to do, once I put I got to separate the alligator and the rabbit. That's just asking for trouble. Now,
Oh, sorry.
do you guys ever get you have to cough, maybe you feel like a tickle in your throat? Well, you just got it. Does anybody else ever feel that way? You do? And what do you do when you have? I guess you guys would cough if you really had to. Well, sometimes it's easier than others to cough. Sometimes it's harder than others to cough. I can get this rabbit to go back in his house. Maybe I'll show you. I've actually got right in here. Get the rabbit back. That's a good rabbit. I try and keep a little water in here in case I get thirsty. Because that's what happens if you get thirsty. Now before I do this, because I've been feeling too well lately, so sometimes I get a cough. We're going to try another trick. I need one more assistant. Who haven't I called on? I haven't called on yet. Now this one is we go. I have a couple of pieces of paper here. I'm going to give you half of the yellow one. There's half of the yellow one. You will also get half of the purple one. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to practice tearing paper. Okay. This is easy to do. Take your paper and tear it, just like that. Perfect. Okay, take another piece and tear it off just like that. Okay, now just keep tearing. Oh, don't drop any pieces. Drop any pieces, you got to pick them up. Now you keep tearing. Keep tearing. You're doing good. Keep tearing. Okay, now, with a little bit of magic, we're going to put them all back together. Okay? Punch them up into a ball. Okay, and now what you're going to do, you're going to start to just kind of rub it and unfold it. And keep unfolding it. No, keep unfolding it. And eventually, we're going to see if we can't get you a magic cat. I guess I'll let you keep mine. Oh, that's perfect. I'll take it. Good job. Oh, you forgot to take your treat. Oh.
Oh my God.
What kind of water is that? You guys can see why I've had a cough lately. All right. Now, I have little frogs in my pail. You know why? I actually have a friend that's a frog. He's not just any frog. He's actually super frog. Okay? Now I'm going to need some more helpers. I'm going to need 2 people that I haven't called on yet. Well, I guess I haven't called on you. Come on up, Jessica. Won't we put you right here? I'm standing right on this side. I need a boy. We're kind of limited with our choice of boys.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess we can take another girl. The boys have really been helping me. Which girl hasn't helped me? You know, Destiny, you haven't helped me. Why don't you come on up? Why don't you come stand right over here? We're going to separate you guys so you guys don't fight. Okay? Now what we're going to do, let's put you right about, right there would be perfect. Okay? Now let's see. Oh, you're not wearing shoes. I guess that'll be okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an envelope. Okay, and you're going to hold it just like that. Okay? Now I'm going to take Super Frog, put him in his envelope. I say, he's faster than a speeding carrot. More powerful than a bowl of spinach. He will eat tall celery in a single bound. He lives for truth, justice, and cabbage. Super frog. Okay, we're going to keep him here in his envelope, and you're going to hold him. Okay, hold him just like she's holding him, just like that. Hold on to him tight. Okay, super frog. Let me get my magic wand. Gonna need it. Okay. Super frog is going to jump from this envelope here across the room into this envelope here. Okay? So on the count of three, everybody say hocus pocus. 1, 2, 3.
Hocus pocus.
Okay. Is he gone? Uh-oh. Still feeling him there. Is he in here? Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Hocus pocus.
Is he gone? You sure? Here, hang on to that. What have we got in here? It's his cape. We've got his cape, but where's Super Frog? He's not hiding. Where do you think he went?
Hello?
Tell you what, if we vanish his cape, maybe we'll find Super Frog.
Yeah, he's here.
We'll do our best, okay? And he's gone. Where'd he go? He's not here with the alligator. Here, help me find him. Turn this back here.
Yeah.
Super Frog! He came back. Good job, Jessica. Why don't you guys come on over?
Well,
You guys know how to do a bow? Put one hand here, one hand in the back, and you bow.
thank you.
Good job.
Oh.
Did you guys take it? Oops. Yeah, thank you. You guys need to come take your treats. So I'm going to let everybody take one this time. Everybody take a treat. You each get one. Take one. We're nearing the end of the show. Now, do you guys know how old magic is?
So old it's not even true. It's just illusion.
Right. But some magic is so old that it has to be true. I'm actually going to show you guys in just a second the oldest magic trick known. They're actually, do you know what hieroglyphics are?
Writing.
They're writings on the walls of the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually hieroglyphics. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There's hieroglyphics of this trick. The ancient Romans and the ancient Greeks knew this trick. And I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're driving. Driving. There you go, Ryan.
What?
Let's give that to
Polar bear.
Cody. Go ahead and take one.
The pig.
I think is it a hippo? Oh, it's an elephant.
Here,
No, maybe it isn't. Okay, the oldest trick in magic. And magic's pretty old. This trick is over 5,000 years old.
Not very long.
And the thing about this trick, not only is it old, but it's one of my favorites, and it's easy, which is the nice thing about this trick. I think that's what you're no, sorry, I totally forgot a trick here. This is the one that I've been looking forward to. So before I get to that old trick, we're going to do one more. Does anybody know who Harry Houdini was?
Yeah?
Who was Harry Houdini?
The famous magician.
Very famous magician. You know what he was famous for?
No.
Hanging
Escape.
upside down in
He was an escape artist.
the straight crackers in the water.
He was an escapologist, is the word. I'm not as good as Harry Houdini, but I'm going to try. And I'm actually going to need some help. Who wants to help me escape? Well, I'm afraid for this one, I've got to ask Dr. Peterson.
Oh.
Okay, let me have you write your name right here. This is a kind of my insurance waiver right here. Yeah. Oh, actually, that was just a shot.
Whoa!
Yeah, I thought okay, well, actually, what we're gonna do?
Ouch.
It gives a good little shot.
Yeah.
See, he shocked it so good. Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tie these two handkerchiefs together. And now I usually do this with a girl, and I'll show you why. Well, you'll understand why later, but actually, amazingly, it'll work just perfect with Dr. Peterson. I put this in his shirt, okay? So, this doesn't violate the occupation relationship. Perfect, just like that. Now these are regulation thumb cuffs, okay? I'm gonna show you how these work. Hold out your thumbs. Have you ever seen these?
Yeah.
And you put them on pretty tight, and they're kind of hard to wrestle out of.
Yeah.
Okay, and fortunately I happen to have a key. There we go. You're going to put these on me. Batten them down tight. I got hand-fisted fingers.
Hello? Hi. Yeah.
Okay. You can see I'm kind of turning white here. This is a little tight on me. Now I'm going to attempt a Harry Houdini trick. Okay, you go ahead and put this over my hands. Perfect. Now this way, I'm shrouded in mystery. I need Dr. Peterson to hold the key so I don't get out. Okay? I'm going to try this again. I don't need my wand. This trick's real easy without the wand. Well, like I said, I'm not as good as Houdini. I'm having some trouble here. You're going to have to let me out. It's the top pole. Twist it out of the way. Let me try the other way. Okay, so this one didn't go as I had expected. I wasn't able to escape from something. But one thing that I know that I can do, once I get circulation back, is make something escape from someone else. In this case, I'm going to make something escape from my friend here. I take these, and I give them a sharp pull on the count of 3. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Oh! Wow! Wow! Well, let's give them a real big round of applause. You know, you think you know a person. Wow. Oh. Boy, 1 minute I'm down, the next I'm right back up. Okay, I go. Now this trick, since it's my last, I'm going to put on my jacket. That way you guys can remember my name. You guys remember my name, don't you? Brent. Wow, you guys are great. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to try, like I was saying, the oldest trick in magic. Not only is it the oldest, but it's one of the best. And it's one of the best because of what happens in the trick. It's not a hard trick. It's also not an easy trick. But it's a good trick. It combines all of the elements of magic that you need. And those are simple props, like a wand, 3 little red balls, and 3 cups. You know what this trick's called? Cups and balls. It's not hard. The interesting thing about this trick, though, is that these cups are magic. Okay, now these cups, if you take one cup, you can actually drop it right through another cup. They have holes in the bottoms of them. You guys see that? Another thing about the cups is the insides of the cups, if we measure them, are actually bigger than the outsides. You know, this is important, and you'll see later on why this is important. Think about these balls. These are actually pieces of cork with a tight little red sweater. They're disco balls, some people call them. But what you can do with them is you can take a ball, put it through the hole in the cup, and it pops right through the bottom. Okay, now we can try this again with another ball. Now there's 2. Okay? So what do you think is going to happen this time? There's going to be 3. Okay? So 3 cups and 3 balls. Now what we're going to do this time is I'm going to show you just how magical these balls are, how fast this can happen. If I take a ball in my hand just like this and I give it a roll, it goes right through the cup. Okay? If I take one of these balls, put it under the cup, take this ball, put it under the cup, take this ball, put it under the cup, and take the magic wand. Let me have Jennifer. Why don't you help me? You can stay seated. I just need you to pick a number. 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3. Would you be impressed if I could take the ball without touching it from under number 2 and put it into number 3? Just like that? That's pretty impressive, huh? Well, apparently you guys don't think so. Let's go. It gets better than that, though. You can take one of the balls and vanish it and make it appear underneath cup number 3. Okay? So I guess you guys see how this is going to work. I can keep my wand up. So, we take one of these balls, put it into my pocket, take another ball, drop one on the floor, it goes into the pocket, and take this last ball, and it goes into the pocket, and then we take the wand, and now we count to 3. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What do you think happens? The ball comes back, okay? So there's 1, there's 2. Do you think there's 3? Am I that good? I'm not that good. That was close. Now at this point, I'm actually going to put the ball in my pocket. You're going to see it go in. And this time, without even using the wand, we just count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and the ball comes back. Okay, and this time, without even using the wand, we count to 3, and the ball comes back. Okay. Once again, without even using the wand, we count 1, 2, 3, and it comes back. Okay. Now at this point, we have a problem. I've got 3 balls in my pocket. They're not under the cups, but you know what happens? If I touch each cup with the ball, put them in my pocket, do you think they come back? They do, but this time they're on steroids. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. But what I don't get is where this line comes from.
Oh my goodness.
So that's my magic show. If you had a good time, everybody clap. And let's everybody.
Brandon, are you going to do the light one?
No, I forgot.
Oh, that's good.
I was in the car.
That's all right.
So I do have another one. Next time I see you guys, I'm going to do a light one for you.
That's good.
But if you guys had a really good time, be sure to thank Danielle for inviting you.
still up there.
Oh, it's going to be there for a while.
Be there till we move.
Be sure to thank Danielle, and be sure to thank Danielle's parents for having you over, and for having me over. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, well, everybody's gonna go over here, we're gonna have pizza, okay?